Gutsy play here for the visitors, and here is their third down play. Pass up the middle, it is complete, and that is absolutely huge for Forest City in the waning moments of this first half. And a pass right up the middle on third down, gutsy play, but it comes down to the hands of Jimmy Wiebe. We have mentioned his name quite a few times tonight.
Yeah, we have Josh Schuin there on the coverage, but just couldn't get there in time, and Forest City now looking to get some momentum here on offense. We've got a flag on the field again. That one nearly completed again to Jimmy Wiebe. Looked like almost the exact same play. I think he was lined up in the slot, and he just scrapes across the middle, run a little in, and that ball just off his hand. Looked like he had some room if he had made the catch there, but Wiebe just couldn't hold on to it. Got his right hand on it, but again, couldn't make the circus catch.
We've seen more than enough orange in this first half of football.
Unbelievable. The number of penalties we've had in this this first half. I want to say at least a baker's dozen.
So a long way to go here on offense for Forest City. 1st and 20 from the Chatham-Kent 45-yard line. Again, back to pass, a short pass, and now caught by Wiebe once again, looking for some room. He's able to juke his way past a couple of defenders, but he does come up short of the 40-yard line, which is only 5 yards past the original line of scrimmage, maybe 6.
And
So
Wiebe,
still some work to do.
Yeah, Wiebe gets up limping. That's not a good sign. And he waves off the trainer. He says, I'm all right. But the referee had already made the signal for the trainer to come out, so he has to leave the game. A nice move by Wiebe. He made Graham Smith miss on the original tackle. He picked up another 5 or 6 yards before he was eventually brought down. So a nice job by Wiebe there, but he's got to leave the game. And unfortunately for Forest City, he's really been their biggest threat, and he's not here on this big second down.
Minute 35 to go. Clock now going once again. Second still very long to go here for the Thunderbirds, but they're looking for points. And now the snap, dropping back, going up far, and maybe another interception. It is another interception for the Cougars. Nobody in the area of that football except Tristan Robinette. And 24 for the Cougars, setting himself up nicely for that. He saw that football come out of the quarterback's hands, and he saw it the entire way.
Yeah, that was a floater, and Tristan making a nice play on the ball. He had nice coverage there, perfect position, makes the pick, a little bit of a run after the catch. And the Cougars going to be deep in their own end here with minute 7 to go, but they don't allow Forest City to gain any more momentum on offense. And the Cougars looking to hold on to this 25-0 lead with a minute 7 to go in the first half, and maybe even build on it. But again, they're deep in their own zone, and back out is Ryan Brook again at quarterback.
Third interception of this quarter, and
that's what you don't want to see.
Big there.
Yeah, it looked like they dropped the ball. I don't know if it was the exchange between Brook and the running back Chris Farrell, but looked like that ball might have hit the carpet. But the Cougars maintain possession. So if we're right, if that was a fumble, Brook in there for 2 plays, and it's a pick and a fumble so far. So you'd maybe like to see Brook settle down a little bit here and get some positive plays under his belt.
Ryan Brook coming in for the starting quarterback, Zach Welton, in a 25-0 football game, and now on second down. Cougars unable to get to that first down marker. So third down it will be.
A good exchange that time between the quarterback and the running back. So that's a good sign, something to build on for Brook. Again, that was just his second series. The first series he was in for, it was just 1 play. He threw an interception. So again, that's 2 series now that we've seen him in. And with the score the way it is right now, you'd expect him to see maybe even get more than 3 series. The original plan was 2 or 3 series in this game, but with the Cougars having a 25-0 lead, he might get to see a little more action today. The Cougars get to season him a little bit more in game time action should they need him later on this season.
That's a luxury of a 25-0 lead as we approach halftime. The kick is up and at midfield. Now a squabbled reception, and now coming back the other way. The Cougars still have it, heading towards the end zone. Along that far end zone, will he make it for 6 points? No, he won't, but he'll come pretty darn close. Great field position. Off of that missed special teams assignment for the Forest City Thunderbirds off the punt.
And we've got a flag on the play again. Jake Langstaff, though, number 77, picks that one up. And that's one of the dangers. I mean, really, you have to understand the situation. There's only 10 seconds left. You know, you're in the final seconds of the second quarter. If you can't make that play, let it bounce in front of you, because that's what can happen. You don't hold on to that catch. Somebody else picks it up and returns it for 7. You just cost your team 7 points. But we'll have to see what the flag is here. We've had enough of them already this first half.
And with 10 seconds left to go in this opening half, we'll see which way this one goes.
But an opportunity here for the Cougars to put some points on the board. Now it looks like
45-yard
this one's
line.
at the 45-yard line. So I'm going to say the penalty came against the Cougars after the muffed reception.
That's a good 30-yard penalty right there.
So I don't know what the penalty is.
Off of that fumble return, it looked like the ball got to at least the 20-yard line.
Yeah, it looked to be about the 20-yard line. So I don't know how you end up at the 45-yard line when Langstaff looked to have the ball at about the 20 when he was brought down. Maybe we'll get clarification at halftime from the referees.
Now back to pass for the Cougars. Back in there is Welton, and now he takes it himself. A lot of room to run along that far side, and finally he runs out of bounds at around the 30-yard line or thereabouts. That's going to be first down yardage, but only 4.3 seconds to go in this first half.
Well, good job by Welton there to pick up some positive yards and put the Cougars maybe in field goal position here. So looks like they're going to mark it at about the 26-yard line of Forest City. So the Cougars with 4.3 seconds to go here.
One more kick at the end zone, maybe.
They don't have any timeouts.
Somebody's calling timeout here. Oh, we've got a flag now. It looks like somebody was trying to call timeout and then realized they didn't have any timeouts left.
Is that against Chatham-Kent?
Have to wait and see what the referees tell us here. Yeah, it looks like Clark Green coming on for the field goal attempt now. But we're going to have to get this flag sorted out.
Well, if it was a timeout called for the Cougars, it's showing that they don't have any timeouts left to go. So if that's indeed the call.
And it's a delay of game call against the Cougars. So that moves them back 5 yards. And they've decided they're going to kick the field goal now. So Clark Green, this is going to be about a 42-yarder, it looks to be.
Let's make it an even 28-0 football game. 10-yard penalty against the Cougars there.
Well, the referee's just sorting this out still. I don't know that I've ever seen so many flags in the first half of a football game before.
Has to have been about 15 of them. It's just been unbelievable. Now let's see if Clark Green can extend this lead. Already 25-0. The kick is up and the kick is wide. Picked up by the Thunderbirds. They'll run it out of the end zone, still on their feet, and finally brought down around the 20-yard line or thereabouts, just past the 20. And that will bring an end to the first half, as that kick was wide left from Clark Green. But still, that was a good half of football for the Chatham-Kent Cougars.
It certainly was. Clark Green had enough leg on it. Now we've got another flag on the field. Wow.
Well, that's a perfect capper to this first half of football then. You know, just one final flag.
He might get another chance at this one if this is against Forest City. It looks like it is. He had enough leg on it. It was just wide left, as you mentioned, Mike, so.
Just hooked it.
Looks like he'll get another chance.
We will be under the lights for this second half of football in a few minutes. Not completely done with this first half yet, and getting warmed up for another go is kicker Clark Green.
Yeah, not only have there been a lot of flags, but it really slows down the flow of the game. This first half has been extremely long because of all the flags. You just hope that maybe it gets cleaned up in the second half here.
Been at it for about an hour 15 of this first half of football, so probably slowing down the pace a little bit.
Yeah, it certainly is. For 15-minute quarters, it's taken a while.
Again, they're sorting out this latest flag. Ball rests at the 35-yard line of the Forest City Thunderbirds.
Yeah, we're just gonna change.
Not completely done with the first half just yet, so we'll see. Looks as though Clark Green will get another chance at that field goal attempt.
Yeah, this one will be a little bit shorter since the flag going against Forest City. We'll wait for them to mark it off here. See if they'll give us the call here, waiting for the call.
Football is picked up, and it is going to be, a 10-yard penalty.
It's a personal foul penalty.
Pardon me, 15.
Yeah, so a 15-yard penalty.
That is going to be absolutely huge here. Maybe
Forest
3 more
City.
points for the Cougars. So now the ball is at the 20-yard line.
This changes the field goal attempt immensely. He went from a 42-yard attempt to, let's see, this one looks to be about 28.
Now the kick is up, and it is good. So on the second attempt, 15 yards closer, Clark Green makes no mistake. He gets it right through the uprights, and the lead is now 3 points larger, 28-0. The Chatham-Kent Cougars leading the Forest City Thunderbirds in the home opener for the Cougars, and they are putting on quite a display for their fans here to attend us tonight.
Yeah, they certainly are. A nice offensive output there, and the defense playing a great game so far in this first half of the Cougars. The important part now is as a coach for the Cougars, you want your guys to maintain their focus. You don't want to let your focus down and allow Forest City to get back into this one. So that'll be the story in the second half with this big lead for Chatham-Kent. Obviously another great opportunity too for the coaches to get a look at some of their players in game action. Maybe some players that were kind of on the fringe, not seeing a lot of playing time. We should see some of those guys hit the field in the second half as well.
Quarterback Ryan Brook, who is the backup quarterback for the Cougars, had a few snaps in that second quarter when the game was up to 25-0. Will we see a lot of him in the second half in your estimation, or will Zach Wellen at least come out to begin the third quarter?
Yeah, I would think Ryan Brook, I'm going to think he's going to have at least 2 or 3 series in the second half. As I mentioned earlier, Sel Jordan had said that he wanted to get him 2 or 3 series in this game, but with the lead the way it is now, 28-0 heading into the second half, it's an opportunity really to get him some more snaps. And really, he didn't get a lot of snaps. As we mentioned, the very first snap that he saw on the field, he threw an interception. So that was 1 snap he got. The very next series he got was a handoff that was fumbled, and then another handoff. So really, he's seen 3 plays in that first half. So I'd expect him to see at least 2 or 3 series in the second half, get him some time under center. Injuries are always an issue in the game of football, and you want to have your guys, when you get the opportunity, you want to give them the playing time so that they have that comfort level should an injury arise and you need to put them into a game in critical situations. They have a little more seasoning under their belts and can perform at a higher level.
28-0, a very successful first half of football here at the Chatham-Kent Community Athletic Complex in the home opener for the Cougars as they have a big lead on the boys from London, the Forest City Thunderbirds. Mike Renier, Mike James in the broadcast booth. We will be back in just a bit with second half action from the Chatham-Kent Community Athletic Complex here on TV Cogeco.